What I do, lace up my shoes, chase W's, great color coops. No, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable, they sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few, can't match this attitude. I wear my heart.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo is going to find his running back. It's complete. 18 yards, 1st down Niners.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a lot.
It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman, 48 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Throughout the game, we're going to track so many different statistics, but one is becoming increasingly in vogue: explosive runs of 20 yards or more, and we just saw one right there to open this game.
Now we'll see how the other team responds, because when you get a play like that against you this early in the game, you got to feel like your back's against the wall a little bit.
Yeah, the pressure now increases on you because your first thought is we have to answer right now.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And finally they get him to the ground, but it's all the way down at the Niners' 32-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. 23 yards for the touchdown, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Throwing again on second down. Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zadarius Smith coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, it's Coleman. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
What an advantage having a elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. There's Garoppolo to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this 1st quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Here we go.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Here we go.
From the 24, Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Here we go.
This again.
Let's go.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it, and the Packers pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Geronimo Allison, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
54's Mike.
Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41. On play action, it's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They run. It's Williams.
Get your ass out of here.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They begin the drive with Coleman. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Garoppolo looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go. 180.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Coleman. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
He call a timeout like he about to got down. Like he about to get off, man.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Check, 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 check.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gap. So you don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Coleman now. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 21 yards away. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends. And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Looking to throw. Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean that's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Here we go.
Let's go, D. Check 15. Check 15. Check the backer. Check the backer.
21. Here we go.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
Here we go. 21. 180.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 31, Rodgers, and Graham's got it, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Rodgers now on first down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man, that's Allison. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Geronimo Allison. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Powerful running.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Go ahead, man.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down. Garoppolo now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith, his 2nd sack of the night. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
27 yards there, a first down. This is Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Damn, buttons getting stuck on me, man.
Here we go. 180!
Now Garoppolo. The Sanders has got it complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
15 for the Niners there and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Garoppolo's throw taken in by Samuel. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Garoppolo again. And incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. On third down, here's Coleman. And an alley to run. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys are back within a single score. Gold with the extra point, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Now Gold for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Garoppolo now. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Garoppolo. Well, that's complete to Sanders. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't.
21.
They'll look to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Every time he blitzes, he throw that bitch fast.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Gold to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Come on,
so much for the worry about how they would be after losing their lead. What a big-time return to seize the momentum back.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They can still get into field goal range, partner. They got to work quickly, though.
I agree with you totally. Find a way to get the ball downfield and out of bounds. In a perfect world, they know what hash they want to get to for their kicker, and they already know the distance that he feels comfortable. That'll dictate what they do on offense.
See if they can get in his range. Rodgers now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
To throw is Rodgers. The connection made. It's Graham. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
1st and goal off the 9-yard line.
Oh, now you put your headphones on? You lame, man.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. So that'll back them up 5. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And the 12 time on that sideline as they have taken the